Hey everyone. Could it be the Jarvis you just followed me? Jarvis, how the fuck were you not following already? Been debated for years. Kick W. It's a known bug. Jarvis sounding pretty sus right now. A Dream Crush chases Demonic Pact 5-0. Oh, that match is hilarious. When I got Echoing Truthed, I was like game one, I was like honestly, I didn't expect anything. I didn't think he was playing like a crazy thing like Demonic Pact. I was just like, oh, Chase is just playing some like crazy, you know, he's just playing some new tech in his deck because, anything can go in there if you try hard enough. Maybe he's like, Echoing Truth is the way. um, so since my last stream, I got very tilted about Uro, like very tilted about Uro. I forget when the last stream was, actually. I've had at least a 4-1 and a 5-0. I was testing Clothis for a while, or Clothis, however you want to say it. Playing this. No, I did watch the VOD. Game Vlogger. Yeah. Games are close. I punted game 2 by bottoming a land on my mulligan instead of a second War Marshal. And I proceeded to never cast that War Marshal, and I had 2 Muxuses and 5 lands the entire fucking game. So it's just like, oh my god, if I just kept the 4th land, or it was a fourth land? Yeah, 4th land in my opener. I'm pretty sure I win that game because I had 2 Muxuses in my hand and like just like all ghastly in the game. I just couldn't deploy it fast enough. Ugh. But then game 3 was just like, I mulled to 6 and I kept 5 lands matron, and then he had island, mountain, and I had 2 ports, and I just very, very, very slowly killed him by double porting him every single turn. He discarded a hand size like 4 times. So I had been testing this, and like, hey, Uro is the card that's fucking killing me all the time. It's like, okay, what's a really good way to deal with Uro that's like basically impossible to deal with and has some other upsides? And I thought Colossus was maybe the card. I also really liked that I checked with a bunch of judges, and if you don't have Devotion 7, Colossus isn't a creature when it enters the battlefield, meaning you can either vial it in through a Containment Priest, which is hilarious and awesome. So it's like, okay, how much cost will a single Taiga have? And I got the Clothis into play 1 time against Delver, and I died to double bolt immediately. And it was never ever relevant. Like multiple leagues of testing, it's just like it's not fast enough as a graveyard hate card to take that slot. Like it's not going to ever help you meaningfully against Dredge, whereas Relic does, or Hogak more relevantly. It's just so slow. So Clothis was not doing what I wanted it to do. I didn't get to hit any arrows. I don't even think I got a single trigger. So not where I wanted to be. And the Taiga did mess me up a couple times. So I was like, okay, the cost is outweighing the benefit here. So I 5-0'd last night with this, and I beat Blackguard Reanimator, I was in Maverick, Death and Taxes, Jace on his crazy Demonic Pact deck, and blue-green Omni. And it's just like a pretty consistent list. This guy's Cradle has been doing a lot of work, so I'm going to keep playing it. I've had 8 or 9 leagues of testing with it now, and it's been genuinely quite good. It was bad a couple of times, but for the most part, it's been like a much better Ancient Tomb. And just does some pretty unreasonable things sometimes. So, still absolutely loathe it when I queue into Snowco. It's just so unfun to play against. But hopefully we don't play against it a whole bunch. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to buy a Paper Cradle. It's just not a reasonable thing to do. It's not that much better or worse than the Caracas that it replaced, or the 4th port, or the 4th mountain. But it's been good so far. And in the meta that we're in, where I want to jam onto the board quite a bit, Cradle gets a lot better. Going to attempt to stay chill. Joe, he's on. Great. He's probably on Delver. File resolves. Birthday? Chooses to shuffle. Wasteland report, please. Nice. Yeah, called shot in the wasteland's pretty nasty. Thing is, we don't actually have anything that good to put into playoff lackey. Like, we're probably not going to put in anything. Well, I'll put in the War Marshal, but the Mooch. Mooch and I have a very back and forth record against each other. He always plays Grixis Delver, so I'm curious if that's what he's doing. We're in a pretty solid spot against Grixis Delver. Gonna port this. Potentially give him a bad brainstorm. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing. Don't always love it. Snowco really just makes me viscerally angry. But Canist. Yep. Alright, we've got like 8 draws, 9 draws to end the game on the spot. Not gonna be paying Echo. I think I leave my vial on 2, actually. That's GG. Left the vial on 2 in case expert. Our hand was really, really good that game. Alright, so Grixis Delver. Arkinesis, Lightning Bolt. 1 Relic, 1 Blast is usually what I go for. Go down on Pile Drivers or Chiefs. We leave 1 Pile Driver. And usually shave a Muxus, but this is like a very mid-rangey. I'm on the draw. I'll shave the Muxus. Grixis Delver is like the most mid-rangey Delver. I guess Bug technically is, but nobody plays Bug. You know, there's an argument to shave a Prospector or a Lackey when you're on the draw to edge against Plague and play an extra Pile Driver. I hate that. A Lackey. Still have 12 1-mana spells plus two free ones, so. Wouldn't hate an Astrolabe ban. Yeah, I'd be reasonably happy with that. F7. I think I want a more stable hand than this. The problem is, like, even if this hand draws a land, it's still not very good. The Vial's very likely getting Thought Seized, Forced, or Dazed. This is good against, like, his Zoo draw with, like, no permission. Just because, like, Delver, Arcanist, blah, blah, blah. But I think we can do better. Okay, I'll keep this because of Pyrokinesis. Bottoming the second Cavern's not thrilling, but kind of need to keep a red card to pitch. That's not bad. Here's Arcanist. Pyromancer. Okay. Should I fetch upkeep here? I have a Cavern on the bottom of my deck. Do they want to draw right now? Lackey. Okay, that's probably getting pitched. I think I'm just gonna port here. I could Wasteland plus Lackey. I kind of want him to commit an Arcanist here. I think if he had an Arcanist, he would have played it. All right, then. Now we're in an interesting spot. I don't want to force pitch Crater Maker or Pyrokinesis pitch Crater Maker, and then port his Underground Sea. It's a little risky. Could pitch the Lackey still, and then I can't play a spell in port. Crater Maker's just the most awkward card in the hand. It's really bad if he has force for this, though. Big time punish there. Just Crater Maker, a Pyromancer. Let's just get so many tokens here. It's usually incorrect to cast Pyrokinesis as your first spell of the game because it's just so likely it gets countered. Shuffle. See. Bolt. Wow, we're getting Pyromancered in 2020, huh? Yeah, there's some weird Moto bug that shows the wrong elemental now. On one card. Spurt. Problem is we can't cast Chain Whirler unless we draw a red source and we draw it off this ringleader. Luxus and a Sling Gang. Best. Pretty dead to a lot of things here. Sling Gang, maybe stabilize, and then we can just trade with the Pyromancer here. Well, no, can't have avoided that. I guess I could have experted, but you could just bolt the expert. Yeah, the Force God is pretty good. I guess. I don't know. Alright. Okay. I think it takes a while to like answer stuff, which is a problem with it, but right. If he plays Arcanist here, I'm pretty sure I don't Violin Lackey. So we can assume Lackey's gonna eat the bolt, or we'll trade with the Delver. Either of which is fine with me. That was pretty good. Cool. And I'm no longer scared of Arcanists, so I'm gonna waste black. So now we can Violent Pile Driver, then go Matron for Expert. Garmag, maybe? Doubtful Strix. Pro Blue coming in hot. Word's really good. Our draw steps have been quite kind to us. Uses to shuffle. Okay. A second pile driver here, I would probably Matron for it. But I don't. So, what do I want to get here? I kind of want to go to Vials 4 and 2. So I want to be able to cast Expert if I bring Leader into it. So could just get expert itself now. Chain Whirler's pretty appealing. Just leave Vials on 3 and 2. Kinda want a Ringleader next turn though. Matron for Matron. I want to get the Strix out of the way somehow. Problem with getting expert is swings, 5, he bolts this, I hit him for 1, or hit him for 3. And then he plays Plague Engineer, and then I have a Ringleader. And I'm actually kind of in danger. Could get Pashalik. I always get Pashalik as the hedge against Plague. This is tough. Wow, this is one of the hardest matrons I've had in a while. Problem with Pashalik, Vials to 4 and 3. I'm still going to leave this one at 2, and I'm going to bring the other one to 4. Chrome Mage, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so like I'm trying to insulate against P and also Arcanist at the same time. Those are really good. Okay. Yeah, I could have kept Ringleader back. That may have been best. He did shuffle off that Ponder, so... Yeah, maybe just don't attack with the leader there. Gurmag. Okay, Gurmag's not a problem. War Marshal. 3. Put on 2. I'm gonna port him. Get a black source here. I'm gonna leave Lackey in my hand. All right. All right. Either pile is cheating. Against Delver, it kind of is. That matron turn was really interesting. If I had a second pile driver, it would have been a lot easier. I also think it was correct to not swing at the ringleader, because the Strix was going to die to the Whirler. Like, basically no matter what. So I let him trade his already dead bird walking creature with a valuable 2/2. So yeah, I think that was a mistake. Attacking with the ringleader. Alright, so last time I played this person, they were on Doomsday. Alright, well, better have Forcible. Lackey gets forced. We still have 2 creatures and a wasteland that we can cast, so. Off topic, what's the boarding strategy versus Infect? Crashmaster, Bolt, Blast, Pyrokinesis, Blast, Needle. All those 6, 7 cards can come in, and then you can shave like some of the aggressive elements. Also like ringleaders and stuff, just like expensive cards. Yeah, Doomsday's pretty good right now. No force, come on. Don't have it. No! You're supposed to have it. Force pitch ideas unbound. Alright, well, we know what's up. Basic Island, that's also cheating. Second Lackey. Oh, Trevor. We'll offer the Crater Maker to the days. Big surprise. Good force plus days. Land. You have another days? Okay, force plus double days. Y'all love days, huh? Land. tilt third days, yeah, it would happen. Stop it with the cheaty face. Land. Deck, come on. Come on now. I could blow up the pedal at the cost of my whole board. It seems not correct. Deck? Fuck me like this. Could play Muxus this turn. I think I'm going to attack first. I only have 2 War Chiefs. If I hit them for, what, 8? I die to Muxus hitting Sling Gang most likely, so I guess it's 2x either way. Decent shot of killing them here. Okay. Oh yeah. Wow. We hit 1 and then whiffed on Ringleader. What are the odds on that, I wonder? What are the odds on that? Well, if they fetch down to 3, they Doomsday go down to 1, they can't use Cyclers anymore. Well, they can't use Street Wraith anyway. Ponder Shuffle, Preordain. Top bottom. Fetch. Brainstorm. Okay. It's kind of hard to die. Alright, well, they had a whole lot of interaction, and then we eventually pile drivered them. Good to know. Alright. These cards are good. The rest of the cards are bad. I guess Lightning Bolt's like not nothing. Leave some experts in to help us prowl Earwig, and also I played Baleful Strix. Chainwinder's a little too hard to cast for me to want it just for Baleful Strix, I think. Satin Earwig squad, hell yeah. Big part, big guy in this matchup, huh? Maybe I do want the Bolt, like 3rd War Marshal. I don't know. War Marshal does some pretty unfair things. Got going on. Really good. Gaea's Cradle deck, you know? Alright, having the Cavern Lackey, they mull to 6. I think this Sand races really fast. This is a turn 3 effective kill, I think. Actually, it's a turn 2 kill. Squad. Prowl it. Even if they like thought sees me, it's like not the end of the world. Oh, come on. I don't think main deck Hero Squad's very good. If you could, if there was no Delver, then maybe. All right, now we sit here for 5 minutes. So we're looking to draw. I mean, turn 2 squad might still be good enough depending on how quickly they can go through their pile. All right. For the most part, yeah. That's pretty good. That might save us. I guess if reporting, we're just winning. All right, so they have the LED still there. Didn't take Edge of Autumn or Street Wraith. So how are they killing me exactly? Is this Baleful Strix maybe? Oh, that probably kills me. Petal Petal, sure. All right, so they had 1, 2. So they had a turn 2 with Daze Protection. Cool enough. They didn't put the Cavern in their pile, which is like kind of loose. But I guess I can't wrap around a Daze. Abrupt Decay, Spell Pierce, and Echo in Truth. Try this. They showed a willingness to play into Mindbreak Trap. I guess Mindbreak Trap gets them there if we just don't play. If we play Prospector Go. Don't want to draw any more lands. Cradle's still overperforming for the most part, yeah. It's not really great in this matchup, but maybe you'll let us squat around a Daze. Yep, Cradle's in the testing slot for the Caracases. Okay. Have your single playset of Dark Ritual and your single playset of Doomsday in your opener twice. That's very cool, opponent. Well, let's see if they walk into Mindbreak again. We can see if they have Daze or not. Go Gobos, thanks for the follow. If we draw a 1-drop, pretty sure we will race them. So I don't think they can, unless they force blue card. Wasteland would also probably be good. All right, let's count interactions. Daze, force, Force. Force. So all the forces are gone. They left Cavern. They didn't put the Coward in the pile, so Reb is a very live draw. Let's look at dazes. 1, 2. They have double daze. 1, 2. 1 daze. 2 days. Yeah, they have double days. All right, so their pile plus cards is daze, Petal, Oracle, both cyclers. Presumably some lands, right? Oh, LED. LED pile might lose to Mindbreak Trap. All right, so in that case, I'm gonna port and hope they walk into it. I mean, both do the same thing. They make mana. Oh, they don't even cast. Oh, got him. Oof. So they just had 1 day, so they only had 3 dazes. Not an island. Well, it didn't matter because they discarded their hand to LED. The fact that they cast the Preordain kind of fucked them. I think they probably could have played around Mindbreak Trap. Playing around Pyrokinesis. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, they could have stacked their pile differently in one. They said 0 protection. If I just drew a rep, they were just dead. Like, that pile seems kind of whack to me. Do people expect me to bring in Pyrokinesis against Doomsday? I'm not. Yeah, stands a little vulnerable, but what's Pyrokinesis do versus Doomsday? If you Pyrokinesis Oracle, with the trigger on the stack before it resolves, if they have less than, oh no, don't be fucking, okay, it's Elves. All right. Oh god, Peter's not what I wanted. They need to be completely empty on their library if you Pyrokinesis them. One drop, please. All right, third red source is pretty good. I could just kill this visionary right now, but I think I can go for the kill on Nettle. If they cast a Heritage Druid, then Oh, kill the Visionary. Screen Sun for 1. %, killing the Visionary now. All right, that's pretty worst case. Right. Can't really play around that though. Jesus Christ. All right, well, this is pretty insane for them. They really need to untap. Playing Reclaimers too? Interesting. They picked up the Heritage. It's interesting. Yeah, natural drawing the one of. All right, next turn. We don't die. Hey Nathan, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Yeah, you got me pretty good there. It's 3, 6, 7 mana. Next turn we can Matron. Probably getting Arbor. Natural order. Does this kill me? 14. Oh yeah. Die roll is... It's not always lethal from here. Die roll too strong. Elves is like annoyingly die roll dependent on game 1. Alright, so Shave a Vial. Give a that. Hey Steve. Think this is what I'm doing? Is this Crater Hoof for lethal? Yeah, they had a pretty perfect turn 2 there. The nettle, or the turn 3 rather. Fade out the expert on the Visionary. And then they just had another Visionary and a Symbiote in hand. Don't think anything I do matters that game though. I needed second removal spell. How's Laguchi treating me? I 5-0'd my last league. And it's cool. We're 2-0 in this league. Beat Doomsday and Grixis Delver. So this is so far away. Am I having fun? As long as I don't play against Snoko, I think the format's okay. Snoko is just the fucking worst. Oh, I'm going to eat this Metal Sentinel happily. Appreciate you asking that, though. Fun is important. Rather fight 100 Snooker size show and tells, 100 show and tell sizes. Oh, that was a really good draw. Interesting question. I think I want to wasteland them and play Prospector. Prospector's a pretty realistic way to get this Muxus into play. 100 Snoko sized show and tells, probably. For what's worth, I've beaten show and tell a lot more consistently than I beat Snoko. So 4 mana next turn. Seems to lose to attack there. Okay. Glimpse. Okay, so they're glimpse flooded if they're doing this, unless this is birch lore. Okay, it's birch lore. Let this go. I let them have 1 mana here. There's some chance they can't do anything with it. Symbiote, huh? That was a good draw. Like 90% sure they're going to block bounce, so that's why I'm attacking. Really? Alright, well, fuck me, I guess. It's actually really annoying. Alright, this is getting... Now I might end up pitching this Muxus. Oh, ooze. Sure. Uh-huh. Hold the Crater Maker here. Not in a fantastic spot. I'm really surprised they blocked the symbiote. I did not expect that. 6 cards in hand. Green Sun. this is so annoying. So the problem is if I create or maker this, then they just get like Reclaimer. They don't creator it, and they get symbiote. Oh. Okay. Just gonna kill this fish. I really have to start clocking them, so. My god, opponent, stop it with the visionaries. Really need to draw a Wastelander report. I mean, I don't have anything to do with the Cradle, so. Not like to draw that. Our draws aren't actually very good from here. I guess like Pashlik Mons would be really good. Um, yeah, this list has a Cradle in it, Steve. Uh, Sun again. Just drew like 4 green suns this game. Cool. Yep. Alright, pretty sure we're gonna lose this one. Our draw wasn't really aggressive enough, like it's turn 7. We put almost no damage on them. It's pretty frustrating. They drew so many of their grindy elements, it's ridiculous. Gonna squad to force them to start blocking. I'm probably dead here though. My Pyrokinesis had to hit an ooze. I find Elves super tedious. I do not want to play it. What went wrong this game? And it feels like they just kind of were able to get me to use my removal at bad times. They just had so much of their grindy cards. I have enough? I don't know. I had the Whirler and a Pyrokinesis. The block, the symbiote block and the Prospector ended up screwing me up a lot. Maybe I shouldn't have attacked. I could have muxed this by now. At least fair match of all time. Uh, the worst one is Turbo Depths, but I don't like playing against like Reanimator or Oops All Spells or any of that shit. But I think Snowco is my current least favorite just because it's so fucking boring. Yeah, they drew Natural Order on last draw. Cool. Nah, it's not show and tell. Oh, they drew their. All right, so their hand is. Oof, this makes a squad really fucking bad. Okay, we've got a game. It's a fucking 3/4 though. 3/4/5. We're just gonna get coofed next turn. Think I can do to stop it? I guess I attack. I get to eat my Chain Whirler, but really need to port this game. Port would have made this a lot easier. I also kind of wasted the Wasteland, I guess, on a Bayou. That may have been bad. This is a weird block. Imagine if I drew Pyrokinesis there. Yeah, they have Hoof and they'll push in their deck. What the fuck? It just doesn't matter. Best Field of Ruin ever? Nah. It's gonna take. And take the Cradles. What? Oh, right. It's 3 cards. Shouldn't have taken the Shepherd. It doesn't matter. Dead. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate loss. I feel like they drew very above average for Elves, I want to say. Wasting the Wasteland was pretty bad. Just using it on a non-Cradle target. The Cradle generated like a bazillion mana. They just drew like so many fucking Green Suns. They had a Glimpse that drew 3. Maybe I could have tried to fizzle the Glimpse more. Just Pyrokinesis the Birch Lore and the whatever. They just had so many cards the entire game. But, you know, 4 Green Suns, multiple whatever they're called, symbiotes and visionaries, is hard to beat when you don't have a clock. My hand had no clock. Because I ended up pitching the Muxus to the Pyrokinesis. And they had the Ooze too. Yeah. The Ooze forcing the Pyrokinesis to trade even on cards. It's really bad. So 1 for 1 to the Nettle. I don't know if I could have done anything there. Cards just did not line up properly. Actually, no. Attacking the Prospector into the symbiote kind of killed me. I probably should have just Pyrokinesis and then Matron for War Marshal, and then cast Muxus on the following turn. And then I have a most likely have a pretty wide board. Yeah, I mean, I think if you actually beating elves, you probably want to play Cage more than third Kinesis, but third Kinesis is more wide ranging. I don't think elves is that bad. I think elves is a fine matchup. Didn't line up there, and like they drew their hoof target and squatted them. So like, if we had the squad one turn earlier, pretty likely they can't realistically kill me. Nathan. What he's playing. At least not the white Omni again. Don't really want to play against Show and Tell with Source to Plowshares. Birds. Fuck. Maverick? No, Nathan to play Maverick. What? Nick Fit. War Chief's good draw. um, like Crater Maker or Bird, but that seems pretty low. Stasis. Nah, I don't think it's Stasis. Um, think. I think I want the black source in play so I can play Cradle next turn. The new Monarch card sounds brilliant in Stasis. Oh god, don't say things like that. Drop. Sure. Okay. Fortunately, I can't Matron for Whirler next turn. Oko. Annoying. Ponder. Okay, well. Elk's my war chief, then I just play Ringleader and kill Oko. Bug Zenith. Yeah. See if if war chief's still bugged. Okay, it's not still bugged. Cool. Draw two. Those are good ones. Kill your Oko for free. Okay, so I have to think about Hardcast Force. So probably matroning this turn. Prospector. I mean, if he's F6'd. Oh no, it is still bugged. How is it? Wait, it wasn't bugged last turn. Yeah, it says pay 3. All right, I'm gonna try to play. All right. So we can go 3 mana, matron. We'll have 1 floating. Oh, this sucks. I'm just gonna cavern out the matron. So I have 1 more floating than I should. I pass because I would only have 1 mana. Attack with this, and I can't attack with this. Oh, this is awkward. All right, well, you still don't have to worry about that anymore. So some sort of hierarch Oko deck, Birds Oko deck. So this could be Nick Fit. An Assassin's Trophy, so I'm going to shave a Vial in case it is Nick Fit. Kind of like Squad against what I'm looking at. 2 Birds of Paradise. I don't think Nick Fit necessarily plays 2 birds. I'm going to hedge for Engineer. Could just be Bug Zenith. Do I want Lightning Bolt? Kinda. Got to make a lot of cuts, huh? Go without the Prospector. I'm good on lackeys rather than prospectors. 27 creatures is not great, but try it. Kept 7. I think I'm gonna mulligan. Go to 5. Shaving Skirk for engineer reasons. I keep this in bottom War Chief, I think. It's kind of sketch though. Sand sucks though. A lot. Maybe I should just bottom the squad. I probably should have bottomed the squad, but I really want to see his deck. Even if I'm not winning. So I have like pretty good top decks from this spot. Whirler can catch me up. Yeah. There's birds. All right. Draw. I think I care about getting wastelanded more than I care about getting forced, so I'm gonna play Lackey off of Mountain. If we get wastelanded, I'm like pretty screwed. If he has to Assassin's Trophy my Lackey, then I can Whirler him. But I'm really on the back step. Yeah, I don't want to buy a Cradle either, and I probably never will, so. I haven't even bought Muxus yet in paper. I'm not gonna buy a fucking Gaia's Cradle. Yeah. You get uber greedy and port him. But this also gives me the chance to squat him next turn. I'm gonna attack through an engineer. Can't fatal push my Chain Whirler. If he trophies it, If Grace Games another legacy event for the world finishes, you can borrow my Cradle. Thank you. Appreciate that. Growl. Yeah. Oh, it's Aluren. Okay, that makes sense. So take the familiar Harpy. Wait. Can I take him off green sources? Savannah. Oh, he's Bayou. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I cannot take him off green. Fortunate. And he's a forest. Okay. I'm gonna take the combo pieces and an engineer. There's a tundra and a savannah. Is a plow in his hand? Yeah, I'm gonna take 1 engineer. No green source, so I'm not dead. Plow the squad. That's not a green source. He doesn't have wasteland. He doesn't have back to basics. Pile driver's not bad. I take 3 Aluren. Yeah, port is really good against this kind of thing. Strix. Pretty unexciting Baleful Strix. Okay, there's another green source. Relic. Cantrip relic. Takes it. Uh, can I play around a plow? He can't combo kill me anymore. I guess Plague is the concern. I'm trying to play around another plow. I think he has. I think I'm gonna port him off black now. He's one engineer. Still port double green. I don't think the deck list is quite up to date. It's close though. Uh-oh. His recruiter in his hand. Pretty dead. Well, he can throw his deck onto the table, but how much does that matter? Oh, is this Infinite Life? Maybe not. Oh no, he can't pick up the Niambi. Okay. Wasteland. Don't want to attack. Don't think I want to attack. And here I port black, I think. Let's just port blue. So once I draw Creator Maker, I'm pretty sure I can win. If I draw Matron, I can just Matron for Pashalik. Or cast Pyrokinesis would also be pretty. Okay. Force of Will. Nice. I think I take this trade. That was interesting. I'm curious if you had a plow in hand. Imagine I'll come back to the stream. Well, we were bricking. I guess we'd shuffle, but squad was good. The Earwig squad did in fact save us. Yeah, I got you back. I'm curious. I had the Sling Gang the turn before you cast Aluren, and you had the Tundra up. Did you have another plow in hand? Because that's why I didn't play it. Because I would have been one short of lethal if you plowed the Sling Gang. No plows in hand? Okay. So do you only play 3? I think I only saw 2 in the deck when I Earwig squatted you. Only 2 plows sideboard. Oh, okay. Okay. So I was really trying to play around plow there. I could have gone for lethal the turn before the Aluren, but try to play it safe. I'm surprised you're not playing Uro in Aluren, because that's like an infinite life thing. Salty Steve. Play double vial, keep. 6. Show the current list. You go to my Twitter at GoblinLackey1. I posted this deck list because I just 5-0'd with it. Okay, Nathan. That makes sense. Alright, so the Molden just me, so they're on 4 cards. Fine with it. It's an actual salty player. Delver. Alright. Well, we got the second vial. Second Aether Vial. And a second basic. That's cool. Flip Delver to Pyroblast, huh? No 2-drop either is cool. Nice main deck Pyroblast. Let's get all the basics here, I think. I probably should have played the Pile Driver. It's Daze plus Bolt. Sure. Yeah, that's kind of the reason to play Pile Driver there. hand. Fire Blast. So the hand sucks. Draw Expert. Cradle. Huh. Uh, so I could just kill this Delver. And I'm like, do anything? So I think I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna matron for Ringleader. Pretty sure I can raise this Delver. Maybe I'm supposed to matron for matron there. They have Volcanic in hand. I think I want to be able to Ringleader into Expert, so I'm gonna leave him Vowin too. Actually, go Cradle to, or I can't do it around a daze. All right, so I'm gonna leave. Okay, that's free to play. We'll avoid fetching if I can. All right, punished, but they're kind of dead. Yeah, Major Formation was reasonable there. All right, so it looks like Blue-Red Delver. Could be Rug, but Red looks more likely here. I like this. Pretty clean. -2 War Chief, -2 Pile Driver, -1 Muxus. Bring in 5 removal spells. Main deck Pyroblast reads to me as a Blue-Red Delver thing, not a Rug Delver thing. I never fetched green. Oh yeah, let's go. This hand's a spicy meatball. Yeah, basic island. It's blue-red. So happy I sided in the Pyroblasts. Because they have stuff like Sprite Dragon. Concerned about. I'm gonna jam headfirst into Daze here. Really do not care if they Daze this Lackey. In fact, I would prefer it because I'm basically on the play. Support becomes really good. This is to not shuffle. Spectre or 1-drops, not bad. No days, all right. This is Dreadhorde. Go on, thanks for the follow. That's good too. Is it double 1-drop or is it just port you? I think it's port you, and then I can slowly play out my 1-drops while disrupting them. Sure, you're allowed to brainstorm there. Maybe I'm supposed to play Lackey there, but it's close. I'm, like, slightly concerned about True Name. That's the incentive to play like that. Force them to brainstorm into more lands, which isn't what they would really want, because if they have lands and they don't have bolts or they don't have as many forces or whatever. Hey, Chris. Here's a 2-drop. Dreadhorde, I will have to Pyrokinesis it. Sprite Dragon. Alright. Good draw. Should I have the ringleader emote on Twitch? It's probably true. I wonder if I should have Prospector there instead of Lackey. Sucks. True Ape. How many Pyrokinesis do I think is too many? I generally don't want more than 3. If they daze this, I'll pay for it with Lackey. Oh shit, that was... Huh. Eh, it's whatever. I like miss a damage here if they attack and I want to attack with the War Marshal. Becomes worse against like a Blazing Volley or something like that, so... It's kind of a bummer. Yep. Alright, well, if we draw a land, we can like Giga Punish them. They don't have a bolt, a 3rd bolt here. Um, wow. That's obnoxious. Alright, well. Triple Bolt, pretty good, I guess. But if we draw a land, we can probably still win the race. Oh, the Wasteland was pretty bad there. But I was thinking they might not. I guess they saw Lightning Bolt, so it's pretty crazy for them to not bolt there. Jeez, and a Delver. Alright, now we're probably gonna lose. It's dazed. Worst. No? Interesting. Um 90s MTG with the raid. Hey there. Welcome everyone. Playing some Goblins. We're 3-1 this league. Up again against Blue Red Delver, but we're in at a dicey spot. I think I have to get Sling Gang here and then hope to rip the land. Cradle would be insane, we'll say. No flip, please. I guess they brainstormed, so. Ooh, 4th bolt. They've already drawn 3. Top, bottom. Alright, I'm probably dead. Cavern off the top if I'm not dead. Why are we playing Cradle? You're confused? Because the card makes a lot of mana. Holy shit, I'm whitelisted. Got a game. Basically helps you ramp out to Muxus faster without needing to use Vile or Skirk necessarily without sacrificing your board state. If you slow roll the bolt, that's just mean. Okay, so we have to sacrifice 4 creatures to live here. Still can't beat a bolt. Draw another land, we can Matron for War Marshal. They're going to go to 6, attack them for 2, and that should kill them. I see Matron for a 1-drop kills them. It's close. Tried to play around the true name best I could, but if I lose from the 1 damage from F6ing through the Skirk dying and not sacking the War Marshal, that would be pretty unfortunate. Yeah, Matron for War Marshal's lethal. Matron for like just Lackey though. So we go down to 2 token. We go down to 1 token plus Sling Gang to live. Okay. Oh. Okay. This is 7, so we have to go to 8. All right, deck. Land. They don't realize what they have to do. Force this or takes this. I shouldn't have played the land. That was a huge mistake. Oh, they'd force. Okay. Couldn't be force. Yep. Very close. They needed the haste threat plus force. Very, very close. All right. Want the second pile driver a little bit more. Don't really want to cut anything though. Could shave a Lackey on the play. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. You'd rather shave Prospector. Prospector is really good in this matchup though. Trader Maker still good. Or Marshall. Eh. Could shave a land. 24 lands when you have 13 1-mana spells plus 2 Pyrokinesis is like sometimes a little dicey. And it's cool. Shave the War Marshal. That's reasonable. It's just pretty important for getting Dreadhorde off the table consistently. Shaving the land, I'm not sure what land I'm shaving. I think I'm going to leave it on Wasteland here to protect against Force Plus based on Badlands. Maybe I'm supposed to play War Marshal there, actually. Okay. Yeah, Podrick was pretty good against Trinium, but it's also very bad against 6 Lightning Bolts. This is blue-red, not Rug. Basic Mountain, that's cheating. Silver. Alright, red source. Time is now. Aether Vial's pretty good. Could just port blue. They've already spent a Brainstorm. Natural flip on Preordain. It's annoying. Really good at flipping their Delvers on turn 1. Their turn. The turn. Natural flips. Or are they locked? Yeah. Alright. Land, please. Save a Preordain. I could daze this. Alright, so they get to Preordain now. Romario with the raid. Welcome, everyone. Tight game 3 against Blue Red Delver here, going for our 4-1. Okay, makes sense. But we're still fine. War Marshal dies. That's good. Couple of turns. Play the Pile Driver. Expert the Dreadhorde. Like opponent's name, yeah. Still know they have a Preordain in their hands, so I'm still going to port Island. I have to bolt the Pile Driver to not die to it. Right, do the land, that's unfortunate. Okay, at least it's not another red. Bottom. Roland MTG, thanks for the follow. Better to pay Echo there? No, because then I can't play the Pile Driver and port them. Matron would be insane top deck here. Prospector is not bad. They don't have Bolt? Oh shit. Alright. So in that case, I'm going to port red. Because I don't care about True Name. I want to keep Blazing Volley off the table. One ass things that follow. Yep, that's fine. What's this? Okay. Just gonna swing first. Pile driver has to get chumped by the Dread Horde. Take 5. It depends on whether at the Black Prospector. Yeah, they want a Black Prospector because of Muxus. Go to 1. I'm just gonna go waste you. Play Vile. Red again. Can't use fetch lands. They can't kill me. They're very dead. Nice. Alright, so we lost to Elves, which was a little unfortunate, but it's fine. It's not like the best matchup in the world by any stretch. And this build not having Cage or a third Pyrokinesis hurts the density of cards we have for that matchup. Hot damn. 1853 rating is pretty hot. Loss here, Elves, loss here, blue-white Omni, loss here. Remember what that is. I think these were two. Oh, these were 2 Snowco's, and I just got back to basics out, basically. It happens. All right. So, Joven Joey, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Appreciate all the followers. Appreciate the raids. So we beat Grixis Delver, Doomsday. Cut a land at third War Chief? No. Elves, Aluren, Blue Red Delver. The reason I don't want to cut a land is, well, Goblins is a 24 land deck for the most part. I think you could maybe justify that if you're playing against Snoko all day, but if you're playing against Delver, War Chief's pretty bad. And the way the sideboard maps out against Delver is really neat. Like against either Blue Red or Red Delver, we have 5 cards we want to board in and 5 cards to cut, which is 2 War Chiefs, 2 Pile Drivers, 1 Muxus. So definitely don't want to cut a land. I don't really know what land I would cut. Like, I want 16 red sources, so all those lands are off the table. So it'd be Cradle, Ports, or Wastelands. You're not allowed to cut Wastelands. Don't think you're allowed to cut Ports. Like, Port was so good this league, right? Look at all those games. Port was super important. And the Cradle has been overperforming, I would say. Yeah, if your local meta is a lot of snow, then yeah. Then you want the third War Chief in there. But I'm not even sure I would cut the land. You still want 24 lands. I think I would cut the third War Marshal and play the third War Chief. Or the third Crater Maker. I would not cut a land. 2 6-drops in your deck. You can't play 23 unless you're doing something weird. Like I had the main deck Pyrokinesis as a free spell in the 23rd land slot. You can't cut a land and put a 3-drop in there. It's just not reasonable. Let's crack these chests. Wow. All right, one more, then I'm going to sell them because I really do not mean. Okay. Those were pretty bad. I have way too many play points as is. All right. I think every pretty good showing for the deck. Beat up on Delver. Our Delver games were like pretty close. With game 3 against Blue Red, we were pretty in a pretty dominant spot, and the Port was locking them out. Even though their Delver naturally flipped. Still won the race by pretty hell. We still had 11 by the end of it. I do think shaving something to play uh, the second pile driver for that matchup is probably correct, but I'm not sure what it is. Is blue red good for goblins? Yeah, I think all Delver variations are good matchups. Grixis Delver is the closest one. Grixis Delver, I think, is very 50-50 because Plague Engineer and Gurmag Angler are such serious threats, and the way you deal with Anger is going wide with 1/1s, and Engineer is really good against that. So like you're kind of pulled in different directions. Um, I don't think I think blue red's I think Rug Delver is the best variant for goblins. Blue red is like slightly favored, and then Grixis is 50-50. All I know is ever since I cut a land my deck's been running smoother than ever. I mean, not to it's not a flex to say I probably have more matches with goblins than most people. And I'm pretty convinced that unless you have a specific way to mitigate um, blood, or I mean, to mitigate mana screw, like free spells, like Pyrokinesis, you should play 24 lands. If you're playing tons of the mana producers, maybe you can get away with it. But your deck becomes worse against the interactive decks. Or it becomes worse against the decks where you have to play the control role, like the creature matchups like Delver. But also just like I've lost a lot of snow games to being stuck on 5 lands and having Muxus in my hand, right? So like if you wanted to build with 23 lands, I think maybe the third Prospector would be the replacement for the 24th land. You get a tighter goblin density, but keep in mind Prospector isn't a free mana source in the sense like it generates bursts of mana at a cost. So if you're already behind, Prospector, sacrificing your board to play stuff is a lot worse than just like casting your spells normally. And you also get worse against like Plague, right? So I'm not saying it's impossible for 23 lands to be correct, but I think you need a very specific build for that to be reasonable. Well, I think I'm gonna call it there. Just a nice 2-hour evening stream. It's past midnight. Let's see who else is streaming some Legacy. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate folks tuning in. If you are new here, you can give me a follow. You can subscribe to the channel to get some emotes. And support me, which I would appreciate. Very much appreciate some support. I did shut off the Patreon on purpose, but taking a little chill on doing extra content for my own sanity. Polluted Delta and Fun X School, thanks for the follow. Yeah, Henry, I appreciate you. See you commenting on the YouTube channel and Patreon messages. Like no one's streaming Legacy except for someone playing Snowco, which is like, fuck that deck, man. So anyone have a friend they want me to raid who's streaming right now playing Magic? Okay, otherwise I'll just host Caleb. Caleb's a good guy. Going once, going twice, going 3 times. All right, we'll raid Caleb. That's what he is now. All right, have a good time, Caleb's. Check y'all next time.